Hello, friends and creators. I'd love for you to meet a couple of friends of mine.
I've known Rosanne and her husband Rod since 2009.
They used to live just down the road from me, so bumping into them was a common occurrence, especially when Sky and I used to walk all over town. Rosanne and I started our friendship over gardening, but found ourselves more often than not sitting over a cuppa, talking about spirituality, feng shui, creativity, among other things. They've since moved, so seeing one another comes with a bit more planning. Last time, a foot of snow changed our plans, so despite the rain this trip, I set out to the West End. After some general catching up, Rosanne and I rummaged over her stash of fabric like a treasure chest of gold. But we mined more than cotton scraps and edging. It was so fun to reminisce over our past crafts.
And then those are from the little tea towels, right?
I was going to say, this one's familiar. I've got a tea towel from you.
Yes, you did. That was wonderful. I think I got it one thinking of you.
Yes, the roses.
And yes, the roses, yeah.
I have a great collection of towels that Rosanne has made for me over the years. It seems like I have one for every season. Look at this one with the husky in honor of Sky. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. And you have this unique one with the hearts. Very cool.
And this one was another project that I did too. I was going to do little shoe bags for people when you travel. You put your shoes inside and you put in your suitcase.
Yes.
And they don't get in these plastic bags. It's starting to not like plastic bags.
Exactly, right? It just seemed like the fabric itself held the magic to conjure up some great memories.
That one you remember, right?
Yep, I've got samples. As a matter of fact, I made little hair clips
out
of this fabric and then sent one to you,
send it to me, Leola. Yes.
Remembering these projects is not just about the item that's made, right? It's these memories around the people that you involve in the project, whether they're on the creating side with you or whether they're receiving what's made.
Well, I have a fabric here that I also, when Larissa one year, she said, Mom, let's do presents for my friends. And I thought, oh boy, Anyway, on that time, I think she had 8 or 9 really, really close friends. And then we did handbags for all of them made of a fabric.
Oh, how wonderful.
It was great. It was a lot of work for me, but it was great because we really had quite a very nice time doing
You and Larissa together, right?
Picking the fab. This is for this is for that girl, this is for that. No, that doesn't look like her, And then when we had the gifts, then she was so happy to give it, because we are all really involved on that.
Rod and Rosanne are very active in their church, and Rosanne has a very special place in her heart for the youth of her church community. She comes up with some clever ideas for crafts to do with the kids. But check this out. Her latest passion is altering journal covers to give as one-of-a-kind gifts in her prayer groups. I was eager to have her share this experience. So tell me, what inspired you to start making these journals for your friends at the prayer group?
Right. So here it is. I realize, I've been realizing this for a while, but I think it really just hit me lately, is that since 2019, I had, don't worry, nothing. I had a lot going on.
Okay.
And it was a lot difficult things going on.
Okay.
So we decided to actually that we were not going to stay in our house in Cresco. We prepared to the sale, we sold. And that was important, that was necessary, but that was not easy,
Okay.
And then, unfortunately, our daughter went through a very challenging situation as well, her personal life.
Okay.
And then that was very difficult too, And then we had the little grandchild, and that was wonderful, but that was a lot going on as well.
Okay.
And then COVID came.
Oh, geez.
That was like, wow, really?
Thank you.
And then felt like it was non-stop, you know. And you just kind of keeping basically your head above the water, but it wasn't like a nice swimming anymore for a long time, you know. It was this survival mode, right?
Right, yeah.
So then I remember again my minister, my friend, she said, you know, Rosanne, it was not just to me, but never allow yourself to go as far as being completely run down.
Okay.
Because then it's a very hard coming back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that I was doing a lot of hard things, but I wasn't doing anything really joyful, something that I like, oh, I can't wait to get home to do this, you know. And
Right.
so then I started to think, well, what can I do? Because I don't have a lot of time, I don't have a lot of space, and I don't have a lot of any much thing. And then I started to think, well, I'd like to do something, but not for myself, for others, you know. And then I remember this journal thing. And then I remember, wow, we have the prayer meeting going anyway. So if I do the journal, then I can bring to the prayer meeting. Then I realized it was about a month away from the prayer meeting. And I said, oh my God, I might have to do 12. And I said, oh, because we never know exactly how many people will come. This time we had 8.
Okay.
And it was a good number. But anyhow, then I realized that this is what I want to do. I want to do a little journal so people know that I'm thinking of them, but it's not super elaborate, and it's a project that I feel very frustrated with myself when I start something and I cannot finish. Or it takes forever to finish, you know. And then I start to have guilt trip and all that kind of, and I don't need that right now. I just don't have joy, you know. So I felt, and then it's so nice to give a simple gift, but it was handmade or made it thinking of someone, you know. I mean, we did a little raffle because I didn't have enough.
Right.
People pick their own, but it still is the same thing. I did it for someone, you know. And I realized that would bring me a lot of joy, you know, and I felt, plus I always been a little crafty.
Of course.
Not like super duper perfectionist, but I always liked something, you know. And I did it differently. In the tea towels, there's a little bit of that, you know. And then I thought, this is what I'm going to do. But then I realized, I know nothing about really doing this, you know. Then I saw some of your videos, but I thought, oh my gosh, Barbara is way ahead, you know, like I am not even, you know. Like, what is it? I need a 101, what is it, journal for dummies or something? Anyway, but then you said, oh, we can get together, right? And then the weather, I said, okay, great. Yeah. Anyway, so that's okay. Oh yeah, watch the video, watch it again, you know.
Right.
So then we watched the video, and then I had those questions about gluing and all that kind of stuff. So then we just talked about it.
That's right.
And then there was enough to stage 1.
Yes,
know?
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they came out beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I know what's, you know, like, whoa, this doesn't work, but nobody else would know, exactly. You know. And then my friend said, you'll never know what didn't go right. We were not there when you were trying to do it right. So whatever came out is good. So anyway, so that was wonderful. And I think the feeling that they felt like, wow, this is a surprise. They didn't expect it, you know.
Right.
Anyway, and then one of their friends didn't realize and said, did you do this? You know, so that was kind of nice.
That's
too.
a great compliment.
Yes.
When they think it's a professional thing. It's like, I did that.
Yeah, it was nice. So anyway, so then now I'm really inspired, and I feel like I want to continue to do that, and I think I want to do it more for the prayer meeting at the moment.
Yeah.
But I think once, like most of the people have one, then maybe I'm just going to do some for the people that I haven't seen for a long time.
Okay.
And just mail one.
Oh, how precious will that be?
You know? Yeah, and then somebody gets, because we all tired of getting bills on the mail, right? All this boring stuff.
Yes.
All this, do you want to buy this? No, I don't, you know.
Right.
But if you get something on the mail, you know, I think that would be really nice.
And you're like very good at that, because I feel like I get a card from you at least once a month. For you come up with any reason. Like you don't need a reason.
Right,
you're my friend. I
Yes,
miss you. Here's a card.
exactly.
And I get these beautiful cards.
Oh.
And I've actually started a page in my latest daily kind of scrapbook that's dedicated to you and your cards.
Oh my gosh, I want to see that. Very nice. Thank you.
Yes, and there's empty
Okay.
space there, because I'm like,
Right.
I know Rosanne
Gonna
out there.
send some
Yes,
more.
another one's
Very
going to
good.
come before
Yes.
the end of the year.
You know, I also feel like a long time, well, not a long time, but a while ago, I used to write a lot of more cards and letters to people, right? And then the telephone comes in,
Yeah,
and then the texting comes in,
yeah.
and then you don't write for people anymore because you're just texting, right? And I feel like something missing, you know, like when you are at the least writing to someone, I feel that you really have an intent, you know. You're not just responding to a text message, or like you go through your phone and say, oh, I haven't texted this person. So I feel there's something that you're putting a little bit more of yourself towards somebody else's, right?
Certainly.
And then I'm thinking, that's why I thought, oh, maybe I'll mail to people, you know, here and there that I can think of.
I am so grateful to Rosanne for sharing her story. It really helps us to feel not alone in that conversation of having to deal with life's colorful blessings, the real colorful ones. We all have a story, and taking time to be creative can be very healing.
And also I feel like those kind of things, I mean, I know you end up collecting a lot of things, but I think you went from doing a lot of different other things, and now you're doing the journals, right?
Yeah.
But you do every page, and I'm not doing every page, I'm just doing covers, you
Yeah,
know?
because you're gifting,
Right.
right?
Yes.
This is something that's on your heart to be able to gift to someone,
Yes.
whether it's someone specific or just the group, and they get to choose,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And this, for me, because of the stage of what I'm going through with Jerry and his health
Yeah.
and everything, it's I need an outlet, right? I
Yes.
need something for me, and sometimes I can get just so preoccupied that I better write stuff down.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And yeah, because it's been very healing too to be able to go back in what I wrote,
Yes.
to remember some of the healing process that I've gone
Right.
through, or
Right.
look at how bad it was then and now it's a
Yes.
little bit better.
Right.
Look, I know when we are in the middle of a hardship, it is hard to believe that time will heal all wounds. I know I'm going through my own bit of hardships at the moment, but I can only pray that this too shall pass.
And here I am just listening to something on YouTube, and this whole thing pops up, and I thought, whoa, I didn't pick that. I don't even know who this person is.
Right.
It was this person talking about healing, and he was saying that healing in life of faith is a process, you know. People want to magic, they want to get it done, you know. You had this major thing happen in your life and you want to be done and over with. No. you
Yeah,
know.
well, online shopping has put that mentality
Right.
in us, right?
Right.
See it, click it,
Click.
2 days later.
Either Amazon brings
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
or-
yeah.
So and that to me was so comforting, because I almost feel like, am I taking too long to figure this out? You know, like, so he was saying all that, and he was even saying like, a lot of times when you have a big thing happening in your life, you have to revisit.
Yeah.
When you revisit, you have to remind yourself, okay, I'm not there anymore, but I need to process this. And he said it's a lot less painful, and when you are able to do that, you start to really be healing, you know, and then you walk away from it. At some point it won't hurt anymore, you know.
Yes. In
So
the one
that-
video I
yeah.
did, I actually said that when I go back in time, I can look at it outside of the trauma.
Correct.
Because when it's happening, you're a
Oh.
little, you know.
It's a lot.
And now when you go back, it's like you can
Yeah.
almost have more compassion for it and a better
Yeah.
understanding, because you're not in the thick of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times also I wonder myself if I did enough for that situation, you know. I was thinking like I move away from my family and I miss my mother so much because we were very close, you know. And then when you become a parent, you yes, you realize what that means,
Right,
you know, being away. But then one time I thought, did I write enough to my mom? You know, did I let her know enough how much I was thinking of her all the time? And then I was so grateful when my mom passed and my dad she kept it, but he kept it also, all the letters that we wrote to each other.
Wow. And who has it now?
I have it now.
Oh, how beautiful.
He kept it and he said, here, you want to keep it, you know? But this is what you and mom being writing, you know. I mean, I wrote to him too, but I used to write to her a lot.
Sure.
So, and like you said, so looking back, to me that was comforting, you know, to say, no, I wasn't that bad, you know. I wrote somewhat enough, you know.
That's precious.
Anyway, so yeah, so all those things, you know, yeah.
Being able to look back can give you an overall picture that, you know, you did the best that you could at that time with the knowledge that you had. But being creative in the present allows you to find respite, to have some me time, to step away and get a break, clear your mind, and come back with a better perspective.
And I think it's been good for me to put my mind into other things, you know.
Absolutely.
Because we have our family, and then my work can get a little heavy at times too. So then this is good. Yeah.
And do you find that when you give yourself a break and distract yourself and you're doing this thing that you enjoy, that afterwards you can actually handle that other stuff better? Or maybe an answer comes to you that you had been seeking and couldn't find?
Right.
Do you go through that?
Oh, yeah. At the moment, I think I just feel was a nice break. Yeah. So it's kind of a, how can I'm trying to find a word. Re-energize me? Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And I think because of that, exactly because of that, whatever comes after that, you deal better with it, you know. You can tell when you are tired or stressed out, any little thing that's meaningless.
Yes.
What? Anyway, so that's true. Yeah, very true. Okay, but it's been very good. So thank you. Actually, you really inspired me because I felt like, oh, I can never do that, Barbara. You know, you're way over there. I'm not doing this. No, wait. You know.
Well, I was wondering about that because you had said I'm way over there, and I thought, oh my God, I want my videos to be inspiring. I don't want people to watch what I'm doing and be like,
oh, never can do that, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that might be maybe just me, but maybe even other people. You will think that, but then you say to yourself, wait a minute, you know, she's doing all the process, meaning if you didn't want us to know how you do it, you would just show the end result, right?
Right.
But because you're breaking it down, then meaning, oh, you can try at least, you know.
Right.
I tried.
Good.
Yeah. So
I can't help but feel a little bit excited when I hear that my videos can be an inspiration. I dealt with a lot of fear in the past trying to get myself to put these videos out there and share what I do. But it's that fear that I want to dispel with my videos for you, a human being just like me, who first of all decided to press play and is watching. Thank you. I don't take that for granted. But I feel we want to be a part of a community, to know that there are people out there other than us who also struggle and are doing their best to make the best of some crazy situations.
again, it's a process, right?
It is.
And you have to kind of grow with it and develop and
Yeah, absolutely. Well, even my videos, right? Because I said how your journals are, you're gifting them. That's why you're not doing in the pages.
Yes.
And for me, I think in sharing what I do, that's my gift.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And that's been a process, because when I look at videos that I started a couple of years ago, I still didn't feel like, what direction did I want to go in? It's
Right.
like I'm creative. I feel like I have something to share,
Right.
but I can do a little of this, right? I mean,
Right.
we started off with gardening,
Yes,
right?
yes. We did a lot of stuff.
The different crafting type
Yeah,
stuff.
and then we did a little bit of a different way. Do you remember when you redid the camper? You did everything
Oh,
inside of the camper?
Yes.
all of those things, you still have to be creative and use what you got to,
Right.
So it's very interesting. Yeah. And to me, I think it was more like a little bit of a scrapping paper, a little bit of carding making also. I did little handmade cards. And then all those things, yeah. So I guess maybe I'm going to a full circle again. I don't know. Maybe I am.
Yeah, well, I also think there's no end spot either.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
We're always, like when you finish a project, there's going to be a new project. We're human beings, we want to create.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. And I think one thing leads to the other too,
Yes,
right?
gets us in trouble.
How about I'm going to try that, Yeah. Very true, yeah.
As Rosanne and I started finishing up, our conversation turned more towards supplies and organizing those supplies, and how when you're feeling unorganized it can really block your creativity.
I noticed that you had organized your studio in a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually have like an easy access to things, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I needed to do that. Oh, okay. I needed to do that because right now that's still a little frustrating to me. I know I have some things, but I can't think where they are. Oh, they are on the bottom of a pile, and I'm thinking, oh, how long is that going to take me to get to
dig? Yes, exactly.
Oh, I have an hour only today that I can use for this, So I needed to one day just tell anybody, I'm not here. Don't call, don't expect anything. Just feed the birds and the cat, right?
If you are new to art journaling, or maybe you're a crafter that just doesn't have your own space yet, here are a few simple tips, tricks. Come on, let's go. First of all, identify your basic tools. Scissors, glue, pens. Envelopes are great too for art journaling to hold scraps of paper, and they're inexpensive. Perhaps even a small ruler. And hey, when I talk about having your own scissors in your little space, I'm talking about your scissors. These should not be shared with the kids or a spouse, not even a mouse. Okay, Sam, I am? I don't know anybody in this field of creativity that doesn't enjoy bags or large totes or some sort of organized bag of some sort. I already have a short video that you can see about my little traveling bag, but even if you have to start with something small like this, with markers and your journals or a little watercolor kit, if you can create a tote or even a plastic tote or even a purse tote bag that has your basic supplies in it all the time, that wherever you land, it lands with you. And then let your organization or space grow from there. So I have my little travel case. But then I also I love this canvas bag. This is for when I go to journaling club or maybe to expos, because I can drape it around my shoulder. And I decorate it with my pins. Make your space special or even sacred. Put things around you that really spark joy. This to-go bag has space for my notebooks for journaling club and magazines and that small to-go kit. For all those doctor's appointments or trips to the hospital, I have my favorite Myra bag. Love Myra bags. Again, this one holds my little to-go kit, my 10 years in the making journal that lists all our doctor's appointments and notes from doctors. Invaluable tool, guys. Add a bottle of water, an extra sweater if I need it, and off to the doctor we go. Don't let those bags fool you. They don't have to be just for traveling or on the go. It could be a great solution for in your home when you don't have space to start off with. Trust me, when you can establish what your basic tools are and create a tote of some sort to carry these things in when you don't have a space, and you fall in love with this little sacred container and you're using it As you progress with your craft, you will start identifying more items that you may need or use. And slowly but surely, over years, you will create and identify a space for yourself. This is at least 10 years in the making. Rosanne, I can't thank you enough for sharing your time and your home and your stories with us. Thank you so much. And I want to thank you, the viewer, too, for coming along for the conversation. You know what? Rosanne and I, back in, I think it was 2018, had created a video together when we were working on baby shower gifts for her daughter's baby shower. I've dug that out and I'm going to throw that up as a separate video. Look back, I'll probably title it Throwback Video. Wait till you see my hair. And also, you'll get to see Sky, who I miss terribly, but I think she stole the show. So keep an eye open for that video. I'll post it real soon. As always, guys, laugh at life, laugh a lot. Hey, we're just trying the best we can in the most colorful way we can think of. All right, guys, see you soon.